Frankie, because I don't know, that's what my name is. But I'm here to talk about something that is kind of important if you're an artist on the internet or anything. And that is the point of giving constructive criticism. And let's just say I've been watching a lot of like cringe reaction video things. And I've watched them in their criticizing section and they're not properly giving constructive criticism. But that's just how things work. But when you're giving criticism and you want it to be considered constructive criticism, you should really, instead of just saying, you need to improve, you should say something like, or even something, don't say like, you need to work on your fur. What part? Maybe get into specifics when you're giving constructive criticism, because that's what makes it constructive. So, say someone drew this fidget spinner, and it was not a very good drawing, but it had great potential. You could say, you need to work on your shapes, most specifically your circles, if that's what they needed work on. That's a terrible example. But, like, proportions, I know it's hard to tell someone, like, how proportions need to be changed, but give them suggestions on what to do. I suggest to people to, and I suck at anatomy, and I know that, so stop telling me I suck at anatomy, but, I try to tell people, like, look at reference pictures and just some other stuff, and that'll help you improve. Maybe watch some videos, especially with animation. Watch some other higher quality animators to see if maybe you can try to do not copy, but imitate. We'll talk about that word in a little bit. And just try to be more specific when you're giving constructive criticism. Like, just saying work on fur doesn't help. Saying you need to work on doing fur textures or fur shading and then give tips on how they should do that is more the proper way of constructive criticism. Then there are just little things that I don't know why they bug me, but they do. I'm sorry I have so much spit in my mouth right now. But, just if someone asks for more of an opinion after you give them criticism because they're confused, don't get mad that they didn't understand, because I've had a few people do that to me, and I'm like, you can't just, because I told them you can't just tell someone to improve, because that's just I think just telling someone straight up that you need to improve is a stupid statement, because an artist should always be thriving to improve. Does that make sense? It makes sense to me, and that's all that matters. So, and I told, even if you are going to tell somebody that they need to improve, you should tell them, like, what fields they need to improve on. Like, for instance, eye shape, or, ears, for example, are just a few. And it's just, don't get mad if you or someone says, well, how could I improve? And then you just get mad and say, well, it's not my job to tell you. And I'm like, I see it as an artist that it should be all artists' responsibilities to try to make other artists grow and become better. But maybe that's just my inner something. I don't know. And I'm sorry. I'm saying a lot and I apologize. It's just, try to be more helpful when you're giving criticism. And I know criticism is a harder thing to do if you're not even exactly sure how to describe it yourself. And if you don't, maybe tell them how you learned or give them suggestions on how to do it. You don't have to be like, oh, well, you do this, this, and this. You can give them suggestions. Like, I often tell people if they're having problems with something to go watch the videos, speed paints or whatever, to see how they do it and see if you can try to figure it out to do it for yourself, even in an imitation way. Because art, in a way, there is no new art style. A lot of people say it, but I think saying that I have an art style is kind of stupid, because it's not per se your art style, it's because more than you can do it. Like, if I wanted to do an art style, if I can sit and study it enough, and I'll be able to do it. So it's not your style per se. I guess this is just like a little art rant in general, because that's just how I feel today. Another thing is overusing the circle tools in a lot of things. And I know this just a lot of times people are new to the game and they don't know how to use a circle tool properly. But you can use a circle tool. I use a circle tool if I'm doing digital art and it's all digital and I don't do a traditional sketch before. But still, there's a proper way to use a circle tool. And a lot of people don't use it correctly. I may make a video on how to properly use a circle tool. I don't know. But you see, there's just several things that could be better about the art community in general, just because criticism is a big thing. A lot of people, young artists, ask for criticism, and a lot of the older artists don't know how to give it correctly. And it's just, maybe I know more on how to give proper criticism because I've been to a college art class and they have made us do proper criticisms, but still, you can learn just easily just by giving them a few more details. And you don't even have to be like a step-by-step review of what they need to do. It can just be like, you need to saturate your colors more. I don't know where that came from. Or your colors are they don't blend well together. And you can use, when I do blending a bit, I usually take the airbrush tool and do it on a low setting, on a low occupancy, to make it look better. So it looks like it's blended. And there's just, I think if people learned how to do criticisms right, then it would be better for everyone. Because I know sometimes when you say things to an artist, and it can discourage them depending on how you say things. So you need to learn how to say things properly as well. I'm so sorry, my mouth is just dying today. So rip my mouth, but I hope you all enjoyed this video. Bye! Welcome to the awkward moment before I hit the pause button. No,